Well, going back to school is a big transition for most kids who may have had a relaxing summer of sleeping in and playing in the sun.
And you parents may find your kids of all ages having some meltdowns, for lack of a better word, as they try to get used to these long days. So our friends at Slumberkins showed me some great tools you can use to help your kids keep their cool.
Hey, I'm Hammerhead. Who are you? Sometimes I have big feelings. I'm going to practice some tools to cool today. Do you want to join me?
I'm here with Kaylee from Slumberkins, who's going to tell us how to manage some of these meltdowns your kids might be having now that they're exhausted, they're a little overwhelmed maybe after they've started school. So what's the #1 thing that parents need to keep in mind when they see their child having, really, what's a better way to say it than meltdown?
I think that parents just need to keep in mind that teachers ask a lot of our little learners when they start school. They're getting used to such new routines. They're actually pretty overstimulated when they're going from summer mode into classroom mode. So if they are experiencing meltdowns, especially walking through the door when they come home from school, which is actually very common, just allow them to have it, give them some space, validate their feelings, and just be there for them on the other side.
So, there are a lot of things to do before your child is even having the meltdown.
Yes, it's really important actually to teach them emotion regulation strategies while they're calm before they experience a meltdown, so that those strategies go into their toolbox for when they do experience a meltdown or feelings of anger.
He's going to show us his mad face. Everybody show him your mad face.
And part of the story that you tell really talks about physiological things that you can have your children do, physical things that really do have sort of a biological impact on them?
Yes,
in
absolutely.
Calming them down. What are some of the most important things that you have found?
Yep, so obviously big deep breaths.
My favorite way to deep breathe is blowing bubbles. Can you help me blow this bubble really big? Let's take a deep breath in and blow out really slow. And breathe out.
We also introduced some somatic exercises where we call them jellyfish drops.
My jellyfish friends taught me this next one. What we do is we go upside down, and that helps our bodies regulate, and we move upside down and sway like the jellyfish. Take a deep breath and then laying down and sway back and forth.
We also encourage something that we call hammerhead stomps.
When you get mad, you guys, big feelings have a lot of energy. Sometimes even if we want to calm down, those big feelings need to move.
It's so important for them to be able to have these different coping strategies and know what works for them too.
And talk about that worksheet you were working on with the kids.
When you're mad, what does your body do?
The importance of maybe writing things down, drawing their emotions. Why is that valuable?
I think it's really valuable because kids are self-identifying some of the things that they feel in their body. Sometimes you might be surprised with what your kids actually say. In the first box up here, something that makes me feel mad is...
How do you write brother?
You might assume that something's making them mad, and then they come out with something completely different. And it just opens up the conversation to be able to express those feelings. I think a lot of times as parents, we just want to fix it for our kids. We want to fix the emotion, we want to make it better, and kids just need to be able to feel. Like, we as kids didn't really have that space and allowance and permission to feel our feelings, and a lot of times we stuffed them. So I think we kind of always default to what we knew, but I think a lot of us are realizing they just need to feel it and process it, and then guess what? It gets a lot smaller.
Hardest thing for a parent, I think, sometimes is biting your tongue. Not trying to fix it, not trying to be the problem solver,
Yes.
just letting them feel.
Yes, absolutely. And I think we're all just still working on that even for ourselves.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Kaylee, great advice for parents with or without little hammerhead here. I think that such great information to help parents turn these little grumpy kids maybe into little happy faces too. So thank you, great information. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Slumberkins has such great, valuable information across the board.
Because they have the background knowledge, as school counselor, therapist. I want to let you know also with big kids, right? Because big kids can also have these meltdowns. She says one of her favorite things to say to her teenager is, it makes sense that you're feeling this, and we'll talk about it later. Like, let them have time to feel it, acknowledge that they're feeling it, validate the feeling, give them space, walk away, and let them sort of...
I saw the kids working on a worksheet.
Yeah.
Is that a resource that's available on their website?
They have all kinds of resources. So, of course, the books, of course, this darling
Okay,
little
can we just
stuffy.
talk about this real
I know,
quick? It's
I
just
love that. So cute. But lots of free resources as well, you guys. We have a link to that on our website. And I want to let you know something really important. So just last week, you might remember the U.S. Surgeon General issued an advisory warning and said parents are under so much stress right now, it's actually become a public health problem.
Wow.
So in response, Slumberkins created a discount code. So you can buy one, get one half off all the tools on their website right now until September 12th.
That is great.
Yeah, so the code is Let Us Help. It's all one word. So you can find all of this stuff. But again, free resources as well. Keep that in mind. It's all on our website, kptv.com.
Just fantastic.
It will be in a minute. They're waiting for my web script.
Yeah.
And then it's, I'm
Really
sorry,
good
Liz.
stuff.
I'll get that to you any minute now. But yeah, it'll be there in just a minute.
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
I just love them.
Yes.
They do such great work.
Good luck, moms and dads.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of luck to you. Yeah. Let's take a look right